What's up, friends? Welcome back to the Friendly Food Forest channel. It is the middle of winter and we've been froze out for a couple weeks, but it's going to be a big melt off today, so I thought this one might be a little interesting. We got our faux pond here that's set up for this time of year and to collect most of the water that drains out of the food forest area in between our fruit trees here. So hopefully this will be an interesting one. We got a little rain coming later. So all the snow that's been slowly melting from the farm field out back and all around this area should be trying to melt off and make its way into this pond. So I'll give you a couple shots at that throughout the day, and it ought to be pretty interesting. Usually it gets filled up pretty fast this time of year. And it does save the garage right behind me from flooding out, so serving lots of purposes. And don't forget, real quick, a little reminder, get that organic copper spray on your peaches and on your nectarines and that kind of stuff. Help keep that peach leaf curl from setting in later this spring. And it keeps warming up just a little bit on this February 1st, 2022. It's about 11:30 a.m. when we were looking at things around here earlier, and we're just past about 2:10 right now. So things are starting to melt off a little bit. It's gonna melt fast when the rains start here. I think it said around 4 or 5, right around there. So the pond's still holding snow. Probably got a little bit of meltwater under there. But it ought to be interesting to see how fast that fills up. And since they are calling for 8 inches to 16 inches of snow over the next 2.5 days, I think it's time before they get wet and frozen out to pull as many of these marigold seeds as we can. We got a couple big patches, the old mom garden over there, and a big patch right here. So it's time to get some of them harvested. Don't know exactly if I was supposed to do it earlier or later, but we're getting some in the bank. So we'll have lots of marigold seeds, and we're going to keep spreading them around next year. Always brightens our day up around here. So we'll see you in a little bit as the melt off keeps happening. We are back at 5:25, sunset in about 5:50 today. Lots of marigold seeds pulled. Got a few still hanging, and a few that definitely fell down on the ground while I was harvesting. And kind of same thing over this way on what we called the mom garden. If you check out last year's videos, that was pretty cool. Spelled out mom with the marigolds and the flowers, plants, had all different looks on it throughout the year. Pond's not really filling up real big quite yet. The rain is just now starting to come down, so the rest of the snow will melt off quite quickly. It is going to be raining until about 1 in the morning, so it ought to be interesting to see what happens here with our water catchment system. I honestly thought we'd have a little bit more going by now, but then just after that, like I said, the big snowstorm. So definitely seeing lots of swings in the weather like we get here in Michigan, and ought to be interesting to check out how this one finishes up. Already called school for tomorrow, so the main task tomorrow is keeping them fed and warm and shoveling that driveway. Life in Michigan. And I don't know if you can believe it, but that is life here in Michigan. Just a couple minutes past 11:30. The pond never really did fill. See, it filled a little bit actually. It's hard to tell from here with the snow. So the pond filled about maybe a foot with water, ice, and then it's getting topped off with snow here. But oh my goodness. Good thing we got the marigold seeds out of there. I think it's time to pull them. They can live through the winter, but the more they get wet and dried and wet and dried, you're better off probably just take them down once they're dried and get them put away. But quite a beautiful sight, really. But just so different. I mean, we're somewhat used to it, don't get me wrong, but still very interesting, and lots of snow removal to do. You gotta definitely buy everything before these storms hit in Michigan. You kind of gotta be ready for them. Just a gorgeous sight though, if you are ready for them. Want to take a little journey through the snow with me? I was thinking about wrapping it up. Of course, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Got a few fruit trees out back hanging on. Quite a bit. Alright, well I don't want to keep you for too long. See you on the next one.